Hello and welcome, my friends. This is Jennifer from Mystic Star. I want to thank you so much for spending time with me today and watching my video. This is going to be my group reading in celebration of St. Patrick's Day. Well, happy St. Patrick's Day, my friends. I couldn't let this very fun and festive day go by without acknowledging it and looking into this abundance. St. Patrick's Day has always been a symbol of abundance, wealth, and joy. And that's what we're going to look at today, that wealth and abundance. So this is the spread that I created for St. Patrick's Day. It's a simple 4-card spread to look at and highlight that abundance that you have in your life, that wealth. I will be referring back and forth to this spread throughout my readings, and I've also have a link below in the description box to this spread so you can reference it now and in the future. The deck I chose for this reading, I had to go with the Tarot of the Celtic Fairies, just because I wanted that Celtic feel for my St. Patrick's Day reading. And this is a selection reading, so I want you guys to connect in with which crystal speaks to you the most. I have my Serpentine group, my Calcite group, and then my Jade group. In the description box below, I do have timestamps to all these readings. You can just click on that time and it'll take you to that corresponding reading. Hello and welcome, my Serpentine friends. This reading is just for you guys. So, now like always, I have all 78 cards to use and have at disposal for this reading. So let's start off with question 1. What wealth and abundance does my Serpentine friends have in their lives? Okay. So we have the Hierophant. He's the 5th card in the Major Arcana, and he talks about that connection to Source, that higher connection. The Hierophant is our gatekeeper to helping us open the doors to that connection and to new and alternative possibilities. And with him, jump the 5 of Stones, or the 5 of Pentacles. This talks about that isolation and disconnection that we've been feeling recently. So how these 2 cards are connected to your wealth and abundance is through that connection. So depending on how connected we feel, the more doors and possibilities we find. When we start to feel isolated and alone, we start to close those doors. So the wealth and abundance that we have in our lives depends on which card we're embracing. And there are days that literally you can wake up having that high vibrational connection, and by the end of the day, you feel very disconnected and alone. It's a very fluid experience that does fluctuate a lot. So let's look at the second question. How can my Serpentine friends attract more wealth and abundance in their lives? The Fool, the 0 card in the Major Arcana, and it talks about those new beginnings and that very carefree energy. The Fool trusts that the universe has got his back and is very carefree, allowing the universe to guide us and take us on those paths that we need. And it's that leap of faith energy that we need to embrace to bring in and attract more abundance. When we trust in the universe and we get out of our way, we take those blinders off and we have that connection in, that's when the universe shows us paths, doors, and windows that we never saw before. Raising our vibration and bringing things to us and showing us paths, doors, windows, experiences that we may have missed. And it's in those experiences, those paths, those doorways, those windows, where we're going to find that abundance and wealth. Slowing down and watching for the signs, watching for those messages from the high vibrational beings, having that connection working on that connection will help strengthen our understanding of what the universe and those high vibrational beings want and where it is we need to go. Then the third question, how can my Serpentine friends create more wealth and abundance in their lives? The Queen of Swords. Using that knowledge that we've acquired through our experiences, through our guidance, and putting them into action. It's one thing to know what we need to do, but we need to put action to our words. The Queen of Swords is one of the few queens, well, she's the only queen, that has learned all her knowledge through first-hand knocks and bumps. And it's that first-hand knowledge of hitting those rough spots that is going to help us to embrace and understand what's working, understand what those messages mean and how to implement them in our lives, because they're different for everybody. But implementing that knowledge in our lives for our greater good will help to create that wealth and that abundance. Also, when we slow down, we can start to really observe and take stock of what it is we have in our lives. Sometimes we're so focused in on that abundance and wealth, and we're only looking at that monetary wealth, where we're missing pieces and aspects in our lives that are abundant and very wealthy. Wealth and abundance does not always mean money or tangible material items. Sometimes when we're looking at wealth and abundance for what it is in all aspects of our lives, we start to shift our vibration. We start to trust in what has happened, trust in the universe. And that's when we start to see those doors even fuller and brighter and bigger. How can my Serpentine friends stabilize the wealth and abundance in their lives? Oh, it hit the floor. I ask if they're going to huck my cards around, that at least they keep them on the table. So the first card to hit the floor, the Devil. He's the 15th card in the Major Arcana, and he talks about those restrictions, those nooses that are around our neck that slow us down, and they disconnect us from the source, from those high vibrational beings, because they are aspects in our lives that are not working. The Devil is connected into our ego, and it talks about that box that we try and stay in. He literally holds us down so that we aren't able to grow. It's those value sets, those core beliefs, those addictions that are running rampant through our lives and are slowing us down. That critical thinking and reflection on what is working and really what is not, and making small shifts so that you can start to lessen what isn't working and increase what is. And with him, jump the Five of Swords, that conflict, because your ego will be screaming at you. That knowledge is really going to be kind of muddled and jumbled, because your ego and the Devil are going to tell you how well something's working. And your higher vibrational self and first-hand experience are going to be screaming something else. Slowing down, making small shifts and small changes so that you're not going to aggravate the hornet's nest, if you will. Rather, making those small shifts so we can connect into the Hierophant and we can connect into that higher vibrational source, gaining the direction and insight we need. Now, I know that we've had double fives on the table. I was told we were getting more fives, so not to worry about the angel messages just yet. However, we do have the Hierophant, the 5th card in the Major Arcana, the 5 of Stones, the 5 of Swords, and the 15th card in the Major Arcana. With all those 5s, the angels are telling you a positive change is coming your way. Yes, we have a lot of conflict and strife to overcome. However, that positive shift is coming. It's up to us to embrace it. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today, and I want to wish you guys again a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful, and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what St. Patrick's Day is offering you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see, there is so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of this amazing insight and healing is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello and welcome, my Calcite friends. This reading is just for you guys. So let's see what the cards have to say today. We're going to start off on question 1. What wealth and abundance do my Calcite friends have in their lives? The King of Swords. Kings are that fully developed personality. The Swords, truth and knowledge. The one area of abundance that we've been avoiding or not acknowledging is how much we know. Those past experiences, all that knowledge that we've gained through books and first-hand bumps and hard knocks. It's right there. We're just not accessing it as well as we should be. It's at our hands. We rely on it. However, we haven't been embracing it and nurturing those knowledge pieces and how to incorporate them better into our lives. Question 2. How can my Calcite friends embrace this message? The Devil, the 15th card in the Major Arcana. The Devil talks about those nooses around our neck that slow us down. The Devil is connected to our ego, and the ego and the Devil don't like us coming outside our box. Those core values and beliefs, those addictions, those things that slow us down, those things that are not working in our lives. We know what they are. We know how they've been slowing us down. We've just been avoiding the inevitable. Using our knowledge and our skills and abilities, we have the ability to shift and take those nooses off. That's the one piece we've always had the ability to do. We've just never done it. We've taken this knowledge and we're just hoarding it right now. It's time to take off some nooses and start to make little shifts in our lives, because let's be honest, little shifts are less scary. They're less likely to aggravate the devil, less likely to aggravate our ego, and more likely to be able to be sustained and maintained over the long haul because of how small these shifts are. They're easy to maintain and sustain. On to question 3. How can my Calcite friends create more wealth and abundance in their lives? The High Priestess. 2nd card in the Major Arcana. And she's the gatekeeper to our intuition and to that universal knowledge. Because knowledge is going to be very important to you. That universal knowledge, that connection to our higher and intuitional self, and what more, the collective consciousness. Those aspects will help you to be able to not only recognize the abundance in our lives, but use it to our advantage. Using our skills, our abilities in a better and more efficient way, less bound down, and more connected into that higher vibrational self, will create that abundance and growth you're looking for. Now, there is one other aspect of the High Priestess that not everybody acknowledges. The High Priestess has the ability to help us gain knowledge about hidden aspects of ourselves, hidden skills and talents that we have and we've always carried. However, we hadn't acknowledged and hadn't been able to bring forth to that abundant table. The High Priestess is encouraging us to really think about those skills and abilities. Some of them we've been keeping hidden from others. There's even a few of us that are struggling with hidden talents that we don't even know about. Meditating and slowing down so that we can reflect on what we know and aspects and things that keep coming forward. Different topics, different talents that you're like, oh, that's really interesting. And it keeps coming forward repeatedly. That information is going to be helpful and key to bringing in more abundance in your lives. Hidden talents and skills are there. We just need to help nurture them and help let them grow so they become a very valued tool in your toolbox. And then question 4, how can my Calcite friends stabilize the wealth and abundance in their lives? The Fool, the 0 card in the Major Arcana. The Fool is new beginnings and that carefree attitude. Enjoying the journey for the journey's sake, trusting in the universe that it's got a plan and it's got your back. That leap of faith energy combined with your hidden talents and skills will really nurture and help stabilize that abundance and wealth. Because when we start to work in this high vibrational energy, that's when the universe brings pieces into alignment and things start to just fall into place for you. That manifestation and abundance becomes simple and easy because we are in that high vibrational, unconditional loving energy, and that manifestation and bringing in what you need happens very easily and quickly. I want to thank you guys for joining me today and watching my video. And I want to wish you guys again a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope that you found it fun and helpful and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what St. Patrick's Day is holding for you. If you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can tell, there is so much more coming your way. The best way to stay connected so you don't miss any of the healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends. Hello, my Jade friends. This reading is for you. Let's see what the cards have to say today. We're going to start off on question 1. What wealth and abundance do my Jade friends have in their lives? The Chariot, the 7th card in the Major Arcana, talks about balance and using your willpower, your courage, and your determination to push and drive you forward. And it's in that balance and willpower where you have untapped abundance and wealth. Really reflecting in on what it is you have in your life, what it is you've achieved, and what obstacles you're currently overcoming. you're going to find a lot more abundance and wealth in those areas that will help bring in more abundance and wealth, because we'll be starting to raise our vibration, because we're going to be embracing what's working in our lives, what's going right. Question 2. How can my Jade friends attract more wealth and abundance to them? The Two of Cauldrons. This card is known as the Lesser Lovers. It's the everyday implementation of that major arcana, the Lovers. That connection and relationship that you have is going to be key. There's a couple relationships that are going to be very helpful. The first and foremost is going to be your relationship with yourself. That, again, we go back down to the balance. That balanced relationship, that positive balanced relationship, I should say, with yourself, the stronger that relationship is, the more ability you're going to have to create the wealth in our lives, to attract it to us. Additionally, the supportive relationship we have with others, that unconditional love that we send out, will come back to us. So whether it be that relationship and wealth that we have with others or with ourselves, we're starting to project and put out that unconditional loving energy to the universe. We're going to use that law of karma to come back at us with even more, because that unconditional loving energy is how you manifest things. Question 3. How can my Jade friends create more wealth and abundance in their lives? The King of Swords. Kings are that fully developed personality. The sword, truth, and knowledge. Using the knowledge that we've accrued through all those challenges and obstacles we've had to overcome, because let's be honest, the Chariot's been busy. We've had a busy lifetime. But the knowledge that we have from this lifetime and past are going to be important. They're going to help us to create more abundance in our lives. Like I said, we're going to raise our vibration. Raising our vibration by focusing in on those positive aspects of our lives, those things that are going right, will help us to attract more abundance and wealth into our lives. So we know we've got a plethora of knowledge. Some of it is high vibrational with that joyous, loving energy. Some of it has some heartache to it as well. Focusing in on that knowledge and how we overcame things, how we overcame those challenges, those obstacles, and in some cases, actually in most cases, that fear, so that we are able to challenge ourselves right now to direct our amazing chariot here forward to that abundance. And then finally, how can my Jade friends stabilize the wealth and abundance in their lives? The Hanged Man. It's the 12th card in the Major Arcana. It's a Let It Go card. One of the big ways that not only can we stabilize the abundance in our lives, but we can attract more abundance, is reducing those expectations and demands we have from our goals, from what it is we expect and want from the universe, from our lives. When we start to release that control, which I know is really hard to do, but when we start to release the control, that's when the universe can really come in and support us. Letting go of some of those binders of those expectations, those demands, that micromanaging control will allow the universe to come in and come in ways that we never expected. That's when we get resolutions and solutions that we had never anticipated because we couldn't see them. We don't have a very big or clear picture of what's happening. The universe does. So relaxing and allowing things to unfold and come forward will help tremendously. The charioteer on the chariot, and he's not in this card, but the original card has this man with a black and white sphinx. There's no reins. He uses willpower and determination. He knows he's going to overcome whatever challenge is put in his path. He allows the universe to guide him, though. The universe to help guide his steeds to go forward. He may not understand where his path is going to lead him, but he knows he can overcome any challenges and any obstacles that he may face. And just like the charioteer, my friends, so can you. I want to thank you guys so much for spending time with me today and watching this video. And I want to wish you guys again a very happy St. Patrick's Day. I hope that you found this video fun and helpful and you're able to gain some direction and insight into what St. Patrick's Day is offering you. Now if you like this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest content. As you can see, there is so much more coming your way, my friends. The best way to stay connected to all this amazing healing and insight is to subscribe to my channel and hit that little red bell so you don't miss a video. Also, if you enjoyed this video and want to support me in making more, I have a Patreon page with many tiers and lots of perks. In some of the tiers, the perks are private readings and healings with myself. I provided a helpful link below, so why not go check it out? Until tomorrow, my friends.